So this is going to be your supine isometric coordination exercises for the upper limb. So the goal of these exercises is to improve the load sharing between the hand, the forearm, the upper arm, and even the neck and shoulder. When you have improved coordination, that helps you overall feel stronger, but also helps loosen up your torso and even your neck. So just a disclaimer with this exercise, when you do this, we want to do this in a way where we're building pressure like a dimmer switch. So we're going to do this for time and how hard we push. Now say for example we start off with 10%. Can I feel my arm working? Does it feel evenly distributed? Hold that for about 5 to 10 seconds. If that feels good, go up to 20%. Hold for another 5 to 10 seconds and then bump up to the next percentage. If at any point you start to feel your neck and shoulder or whatever pain point that we've been discussing start to kick on, go back below the threshold where that happened and see if you can establish this load sharing through the entire upper limb. If you feel like you can't get rid of that, you're simply going to discontinue the exercise. So it's a super important aspect of this exercise. We don't want to feel things in specific focal areas or in our pain points. We should feel a nice even distribution throughout the entire arm. So in order to do this exercise, we need an immovable object. I'm going to use this dumbbell here. I'm going to bring you through 4 different variations. So I'm going to lie on my back. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to think about having my dumbbell nice and close to my side. I don't want to shrug my shoulder up, so make sure it's lower on the lower end. And all I'm going to do here is bend my elbow a little bit. I'm going to push through the middle part of my fingers and build that pressure. So all I'm doing is lifting my arm up like I'm doing a bicep curl. I should feel this in the front of my forearm, my bicep, a little bit in the shoulder. So it's exercise number 1. Number 2 is just the opposite. My palm's going to be facing down. I'm going to be building pressure through the middle part of my fingers, pushing down. Like a dimmer switch over time. That's exercise number 2. Just make sure that this dumbbell is nice and tight to your side. You're not all the way out here. You're pushing straight down. For the next 2 exercises, we want to take this dumbbell and rotate it so it's vertical to us. So the first thing I'm going to do is keep it even closer to my side. My hand's going to go on the outside. I'm going to be pushing towards my thigh. Through my finger knuckles. I'm just pushing towards my thigh, building pressure like a dimmer switch. Last but not least, I'm going to roll this out a little bit. I want to roll my thumb down to the ground so my palm's facing away from me, and I'm pushing out into the dumbbell. And from here, I'm going to feel my tricep and my forearm. And that's just how you do this exercise. One other caveat, we're talking about where we want to place this in our hands. So to make it the hardest rendition that we can, we're going to be pushing through this part of our fingers, right here. Now, if that feels uncomfortable for you, maybe you feel this in your wrist, you're going to go to the palm of your hand. That will make this a little bit easier. If that option does not work for you, you're going to put it just above my watch here, below my watch, at the wrist. And all we're trying to find, again, the central concept here is load sharing between the entirety of the arm, no focal pressure, no reproduction of symptoms. And that's how